All right, it's part 4 of Aptera and St. Moritz. Let's get into it.
Yes, unpractical.
We did some tests on it years ago, and it does have an impact, but for the effort that you would have to put in to clean the vehicle and stuff, you'd only get like 1 or 2% better aero.
You have to have a
Okay, so this is just a reminder. This is him talking about putting like a shark skin texture on the Aptera to improve the aero. As it turns out, it's not worth the hassle. Basically, they tested it out.
liner speeds to make sense, for that thing to make sense.
Yeah, the faster the velocity, though, the more impact it has. I'd be curious to see how the airplane stuff works.
They're claiming almost 1% improvement.
Not bad.
That's apparently good enough.
Jet fuel is expensive.
More and more.
But yeah, it works well in water too.
So when we met with Brian Snow in Berlin, we discussed his other efforts in zero avia and hydrogen airplanes as well. I mean, it was also an interesting discussion.
Yeah, there's lots of cool stuff going on in eVTOLs and aviation and alternative fuels, and
I mean, exciting
brilliant time to be alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you seen that one?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Morelli camper body. They were the velocity was so slow that they didn't need much camber. We want this. I haven't been inside.
I believe this is John from Passive Life. He has a couple of videos about this trip. He was there too on his channel. You guys should check it out.
More pronounced. Yeah. But if they were going faster, they'd have to get their nose down like this. But yeah, no, we saw that story. Steve had a book on the Morelli cambered body back in the day.
I'm really trying to make out what Steve Fambro is saying, and he just talks too softly. I cannot pick it up.
But we didn't know until we got into CFD. Does it really work? We have thousands of dollars. Those wheel pants probably have, as much aero work as the whole body. Because the body's pretty easy to figure out. It's such a big part. But you kind of model it separate from the wheel pants. So the wheel pants have
the issue, right?
Yeah, the wheel pants have their whole own life, in terms of aero.
Yes.
The weird thing is that you're compressing air between the body of the wheel pant and the main body of the car. So it's like a funnel. It's a lot of high pressure air through there. So most of the aerodynamic loss for the Aptera happens right with those two suspension members. Everything else is super sleek and super aero. Right there is where all the dirtiness comes from. So that's why the latest one is like super thin airfoil, and there's just nothing out in the free stream. Yeah, it's been a lot of hours, a lot of work, but she's pretty.
So you decided on the underside of the wheel pants to be flat.
Yes.
Have you explored the option to have a little round part in the middle just to cover the wheel?
We have. We simulated that. It didn't seem to make a whole lot of impact.
So
not enough to.
Spinning part of the wheel doesn't really make a difference if you cover it.
It doesn't. It doesn't seem to. We still have some work to do on the liner. We haven't finished the design for the liner. And the liner might have something on the front and the back that helps divert the air around the wheel and then kind of create another high pressure zone behind the wheel. So right now behind the wheel you got low pressure, so we're trying to add a little pressure behind the wheel. I don't know if you've seen like newer cars and EVs. They've got a slit alongside the body that helps air dam the front of the wheel.
This Mercedes one.
Yeah.
Cover the wheel with air, basically.
So we've been talking about something like that. Maybe we're taking air from the high pressure zone in the front and trying to fill in behind. So we may have like some diverters that take it from the front to the back. But it's a much smaller part, so it's easier to tool. So we don't really need to design that for another 3 to 6 months because it's just easier to tool those parts. So those plastic parts get tooled in like a month or two. The main body was the hardest part because it takes like 9 months to get all the tooling done and parts commissioned. So we had to lock down
the cutting of the molds. That's a challenge.
Do what?
The cutting of the molds.
Yes, yes.
I mean, we do that for the airplanes.
Oh, thank you.
Very, very proud. Good grief. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, well done.
We got some Aptera fans who came from Slovenia all the way here.
Wow. Wow. I've been to Lake Bled.
Cool.
Yeah,
Enjoyed it?
yeah, I think the country is amazing. Really, really, all sorts of really, we do, one of my key tech guys is out there, a lot of really good people in Slovenia. I had two of the best meals of my life for Christmas 2019 in restaurants at Lake Bled.
Yes.
Off the charts.
Yes.
Off the charts.
Yes, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, off the charts.
I mean, I'm living in Germany now for 7 years,
Yeah.
and I'm starting to realize what the list of things I'm missing here in Germany.
So incredibly well designed. It's beautiful. I can't wait to hear the story again. I already learned a lot from those legends, meeting the other day and stuff like this. But this is beautiful, and I love that space.
You push the seats forward. If you tilt the seats forward from the back of the seats to the tail is 7 feet. So we have a tent that goes over the back. You can actually camp in the back.
I was just gonna say, it looks like kids could do.
Oh yeah.
Kids could camp out.
We got a pet kit that has 2 steps, and then your dog can get in. There's a little pad on the back. We've got a net to go over the back, so you can have your dog back there. We've got an off-road kit that has some higher wheel pants and raises up the rear a little bit, so you can go off-roading.
How production is going?
Sir?
How is production is going? Like you should launch it this year, I guess.
Yeah, we
US. That's the plan.
have 41,000 reservations.
I know. I'm one of these.
Oh,
yeah. It's one of these. Yes, it's like yeah. The thing is, I do understand that first it goes in US and then it goes to Europe.
Yeah, we're trying to ship the first 5,000 close to home.
Yes, that's so everything goes according to your plan, or it's a bit behind the schedule.
Everything definitely doesn't go according to plan in the startup, but
No, I mean,
but the design has gone well. We
I know,
finished the
but it's
production.
how it's behind the schedule of the private plan. Like it was like my mistake. I actually was looking for the actually for the electricity bicycle. And I was like,
This came up. Oh, that's
and I was
cool.
like, okay, interesting.
Yeah, we're kind of 12 months away from production when we get funded.
So normally it should be like not this year, really. It's more likely in 20.
If someone from this conference gives us a $50 million check, we can still deliver vehicles in 2020.
Yeah.
So if you're,
Yeah.
if you're interested in investing more, but
That's a
we're talking with a lot of investors. Places where the money's still flowing. Seems like the North American market. No, not compared to other foreign programs and vehicle programs. They're billions of dollars.
exactly 1 or 2 million.
It took Lucid $8 billion.
So this is a gamma, and now it's like
This is the third version. The fourth version I was going to design it, I just haven't built it. We don't want to, kind of don't want to waste the money on building something that we're too old for production. So we're already cutting tools for production for that vehicle, but we need more money to commission it. The equipment for the manufacturing line, the battery line, and the solar line.
I guess everybody was going to prepare in June, July, and August to increase prices and everything, and like material prices.
Oh, the supply chain sucks. Yeah, for sure. Everything's gone up. We'll have to raise prices. We're waiting for all of our suppliers to give us feedback.
Now the price is going down again. It's again the
Yeah, it could be very good. We could end up back where we started.
yeah.
We tried to start signing supply agreements like 6 months ago.
Versions that you tried already, like in this one, so it drives. It's like everything works, or is
Yeah, this doesn't have for air conditioning, but everything else. Yeah, we're driving
air conditioning is
Yeah, air conditioning, airbags, rear, truck, areas, different work. Oh, thank you. That's awesome.
I'd like to do more. I'm just curious. I know that you have the plug for. So here there's going to be an adapter for the European standard because we don't use
We'll probably have whatever the European is. Yeah, but for now, for the U.S., if you want any kind of different plug.
okay.
So it will be in Europe, it will be different one?
In Europe, we'll probably have the European socket because you can't go to the supercharger.
Right,
with
because
the
Tesla has also the CCS, I think.
Yeah. But for North America, we'll have that. Or if you get an early vehicle and we ship you with that, and you bring it to Europe, then you have to get an adapter like this. But these are cheap, they're $50.
One of the things I want to ask you is that about the accelerator program that working for in Europe. I mean, Europe.
Yeah. You have to take delivery in California. So there may be some logistics headaches.
Yes, it probably would be.
As I was telling him, you can hire somebody to just ship you the Aptera.
I've done it before.
Probably it's cheaper shipping two than just one.
There you go. The European Aptera Club, you guys can get together. If you ship 30 of them, then you can fill up a whole
If you have to hire
top
one
of the boat.
container, put just one Aptera in it, that's not worth it.
Because 88 inches.
It's better to put two or 10.
When I was learning for the European version, were you considering making one exactly to?
I'll tell you why we haven't done that, because for aerodynamic reasons, the more you have the wheels separated from the body, the less.
So yeah, that guy's asking about making it narrower for the European market, and Chris is going to explain how that causes the most aerodynamic drag there.
The aerodynamics hit. So it's like a funnel between the wheel pan and the body, and that's a lot of high pressure air. Over half of all the aerodynamic drag to the vehicle comes right from that gap. So if we could have it another 2 inches further, we could. But once you get to 90 inches, it's really in the US.
One of the things I was curious about, I know this is complexity and therefore not a good thing necessarily, but you know, C2 they would make it to the wheels and down. There wasn't the C and ES. I was curious if we
That's hydraulic and air suspension. We had an air suspension on the last version. It takes a lot of space.
I have this complexity. I don't want to add more complexity for a second. If it could be possible to have something that you somehow as you go slower,
Like when the European Union started, everybody made jokes about it.
I can't fit a full-size suitcase. If I do, I reduce it to a two-seater. But I can fit it in
Change the angle of it.
Yeah, with the camping option, it's different. If you go to
That's right. Another great reason
How is it going in the crash test? That was my question.
Wow, it's amazing to sit inside. It's actually kind of cool.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
So we've been crash testing in simulation with our partner in Italy who is designing this with us. So
How
they
many
designed,
have you made so far?
this is only the fifth one. These are prototypes, fifth.
Yeah, wow.
But they
Where,
designed
where?
California.
Oh my God, this is You go to Taiwan or something.
Well, we have a global supply chain, so we have parts made all over the world, and a lot of it actually, half the content's made in Italy.
Italy.
We should actually send one down to Monaco for the spring and summer season.
Oh, really? I always love to
And hold my glass quick. There's no one. Yeah.
Do it sideways. Remember sideways.
Italy has an ecosystem of suppliers, so you're used to working with these suppliers, 20, 40.
Completely solar powered. But I know friends are there.
But, you know, we're getting the greatest example, but that's
Like, that's correct.
Top speed is 110 miles per
Yeah, but I have so much more like sustainability.
The solar
It's different, for example, from the idea of democracy that they have. Your system?
this is our third edition furthest range bigger battery pack. 25,000 for that. We have one eating 41,000. He's got an order waiting. Yeah, we have a plant. We have an 80,000 square foot assembly plant.
And something is coming from Italy, yes?
The body structure.
Yeah, the body structure.
Carbon fiber body. With the electronics, nobody can steal shit anymore. We'll be able to tell you right where it is, and it has telematics, so you know where it is. You can shut it off remotely in your app. You can,
Well, they change. It's like winter and summertime.
you take the wheel pan off, you change it just like the motor's in the wheel, but it's still just a regular wheel.
The guys, they will know how to.
Yeah, just 5 lugs, take it off.
And the seats are like very
Yeah, these aren't the production seats.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're still waiting for the aesthetically and the form is pretty close on these. Some people really like them, some people don't. But what these don't have is multi-density foam. So the production seat has multi-density foam.
Yeah, exactly.
It's softer foam and firmer foam and super firm foam at the bottom. So it will feel a little different, but the shape.
And that's the materials are like
That's pineapple leather, so it's recycled pineapple. I don't know that that's going to be made in production, but like this stuff, and this stuff, and this stuff, those are production materials. This and this is production materials.
That's what's my guess.
Okay. I think it's getting a little long, so we'll stop it here. I think that there will be enough for one more segment. So yeah, it looks like there was a lot of interest. Lots of people were coming out. And I think there were a lot of attendees who are investors and other entrepreneurs that were very interested in it. So I think they got a lot of interest. Hopefully their talk on the last Sunday went very well. And hopefully they got some investors that were interested. I remember Chris was saying that he was mentioning to some people earlier in this video that they're talking to people in the Middle East and in India and Europe, and then the capital markets there were much better than the capital markets in North America, and that's why they were looking over there. So hopefully they're able to find someone to start production. Again, he reiterated the 12-month timeline to get to production after they reach funding to the tune of about $50 million. Okay, so we'll wrap this up after one more episode. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks as always to our supporting members, and have a great day, everyone.